I always heard that a parent should never have to bury a child. They're right. No one ever tells you how hard it is to deal with the death of your child and how to go on with life after. Madison was 2 years old, with her birthday only 3 months away. She went suddenly one night. They tell us it was a genetic heart defect. They told us there was nothing we could do. That's exactly how we felt. I thought that I was doing pretty well dealing with her being gone. I hadn't cried in a few days, but I hadn't really done anything else either. I decided that it would be nice to clean, something that got my mind off the obvious and was constructive at the same time. Seemed like the ticket. Then my heart broke all over again. A simple task like cleaning the floor, and I found Madison's favorite stuffed animal, a little brown bear with a pink bow. Finding that animal felt like I was watching them put my little girl back in the ground again. Crying didn't feel like enough to get the pain out. I stopped cleaning and went to bed. Something else no one tells you is the strain that a child's death has on a marriage. At first, things between David and I were just as they should be. We held each other, we cried with each other, but then things changed. We stopped doing all the things for each other that we knew we needed. I just didn't feel like I could manage to comfort myself, let alone him. We would sit at the dinner table and eat an entire meal without speaking a word. Don't get me wrong, we weren't mad at each other, we just didn't know what to say. I'm going to tell you what does help to ease the pain. It's not sitting at home and crying, although sometimes that's all you can do. The place where I started to heal was when I left the house and trudged on through life. The day for me was 3 months after the death of my only child, Madison's birthday. I didn't feel like being at home was the best place for me on such a sacred day. I felt that I needed to do something to honor her birthday, so I gathered myself and drove to the park down the street. This is the place that Madison and I spent infinite hours just being together. This was her favorite place, and I think that it's mine now too. I just sat there watching the joy on the face of each child. It made me cry, but not like before. This cry was a little sad for Madison, but a little happy too. Baby steps. I had begun to set myself right, but there was still my husband, David. We hadn't had a real conversation in what seemed like years, and I still wasn't sure what to say. That night, we sat down to our usual dinner. The clang of silverware was the only noise I heard. As I chewed another bite of the tasteless meal, I thought back to the time at the park. I looked up at David and just told him what I was feeling. I just miss her so much. It turns out he was feeling just like I did. Without a word, he comforted me immediately with a mere hug. I'm not saying that it fixed everything, but it was certainly a step in the right direction. It's been a year now, and there have been lots of little moments like I had at the park, and like the hug from David. There have also been plenty of moments like the vacuum incident, but each day gets a little better. No one ever tells you the magic cure for the heartbreak, because there isn't one. The only cure for the heartbreak is time. Every day is a battle, and you have to come prepared. It's not that I miss my little girl any less than that awful day of her death. It's not that I have tried to put her out of my mind. My cure for her heartbreak has been to embrace the moments that we did have with my little Madison. It's about remembering the smile on her face and the joy in her smile.